You know, it's been all work and no play here lately with all these Dark Brotherhood contracts, assassinations going on and everything. We've had no chance to just kick back and relax. Nothing better for a vacation than an old, damp, dark ruin filled with angry stuff trying to kill us, right? Sounds good to me. Let's see what we got going on here. I remember the name Fort Redmond. I'm just not sure what we have here. I see coffins. That could mean necromancers, maybe? Oh, wow, you can even see the counterweights on the bridge. Oh, that's pretty cool. Kind of creepy that it dropped for us when we walk in, though. Kind of expecting a trap here. Go check the water out. Usually chests hiding under the water. What is that? A marauder, maybe? I was kind of expecting necromancers, honestly. Come on with it. Oh, vampires. Oh, alright. I am right here. I will be up to see you in a second. Let me get your partner's loot right here. You know, there is a Daedric quest for Hermias Mor. It has a really good reward. You get the Augma Infinium, and it does something similar to what it does in Skyrim. It gives you attribute buffs based on what you pick. Like, I think if you pick Stealth, I believe it gives you a buff to speed and agility, maybe? Something like that. And then if you're a mage, I believe it's Intelligence and Willpower, and then a fighter would be Endurance and Strength. It's probably what I would go for. Extra health, that never hurts. If we even go do it. Depends on if he calls on us. I forget what level you need to be. I think it's at least 20, if not 25. Something like that. So if we get around to some of the Daedric stuff, cool. I'd kind of like to go to get Azura's Star, but we're kind of getting by with Soul Gems. Usually I get Azura's Star relatively early to take advantage of basically an unlimited Soul Gem. Yeah, you can just keep refilling it, which is always really, really nice to have. It's more important in this one than it is in Skyrim, because in Skyrim, Soul Gems were a lot more plentiful. You could get them just... I don't recall ever running out of Soul Gems, or ever really having a need for Azura's Star in Skyrim. But in this, it definitely helps earlier on. Well, we've kind of gotten past that point. I have plenty of money... Don't plan on going, like, buying all the houses in the game type of thing. So anything I might want, I have plenty of money for it. Training isn't going to be so much an issue much anymore. We're getting pretty close to our level cap. So, yeah. Anyway. Don't know if we'll go through with all that. We will be up near there with the Thieves Guild, though. Right next to Azura's Shrine. So we might talk to her and go ahead and grab it. But I don't think it's as helpful now as it would have been, say, like 15 levels ago, which it would have been awesome to have it back then. Capturing souls and basically keeping your weapons fed. Your weapons kind of hunger, I guess you could say, for soul energy. I think there's supposed to be something of a lesson in that from Bethesda. The whole, if you want the power to kill, you have to kill to give your weapons the power to kill type of thing. It's a self-feeding, endless circle, really. Uh-oh. Where's my summons at? Hello. Maybe that was a mistake. This is the one downside to the Frost Atronach, is he gets stuck in doorways. He's a big guy. Now, he's great for blocking off a hallway. If you need to close off a hallway and keep a whole horde of enemies from coming at you, he will get in the way for a little bit. I guess I'll just let him time out. I have a Wraith I can summon.
I need your blood!
I need your blood. Okay, well, I need your soul. I went and made some black soul gems. I believe this will give me, oh, I think I have 4 filled black soul gems now. Plenty of stuff to go make some new equipment. Thought we'd hook up a new bow and a new sword. I really want to run around with the glass claymore just because, well, it looks really cool. Sure enough, it's heavy as all get out. It's probably got a really high stamina cost to use. Blah, 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 but whatever. It looks cool, so I don't care. So we'll go hit the Arcane University at some point. I'd like to level up one more time and then figure out exactly what kind of summons we're going to roll with. I had thought a Spider Daedra, but I don't think a Spider Daedra is actually really a master level summons. I think pretty much you have the Storm Atronach, which is lightning. It's lightning based. And I think you have the Gloom Wraith, which is very cool. Gloom Wraith is probably one of your stronger, if not the strongest summons. And they have multiple attacks. I don't know that they can be relied on for a particular kind of element, though. Like, a basic Wraith or a Ghost is primarily Frost. I think Gloom Wraiths can kind of mix it up. I think they get like a random destruction spell, and that really doesn't work for me. Although they're an amazing summons as far as being little tanks, they're hard to hurt. If you don't have magic, which a lot of enemies will, but let's say if you're just running with bare bones weapons... other than silver weapons or Daedric stuff, I believe Daedric stuff also can hurt ghosts, then you're not going to be able to do much to a Wraith, while they have a pretty strong attacks. They really do. But my whole setup really is geared towards picking an element and rolling with it. Storm Atronachs, to me, I was never really that impressed with running with those guys. They're really big also, so they tend to get stuck in doorways, and they have the same kinds of problems. Finding room to summon them has been an issue for me in the past. I was never really a big fan. They're very cool. Basically a floating pile of rocks that shoot lightning. And do their little AoE rock blast thing. I don't know what you would call it. Now that's neat. I really like that. But as far as effective summons, geez, some of the lower level ones, really, I mean, the Frost Atronach, I could just roll with that. But seeing just the sheer number of enemies that are immune to cold, true enough, we can make them weak to cold and do damage, but I'd prefer picking an element that most enemies are already weak to. I would think that would be the case with both fire and shock. Now, I'm trying to think of a fire-based enemy at the master level. I don't think Daedroth... I think they're expert. They're considered expert. I can't really think of one. I mean, potentially a Gloom Wraith could, I think, come with some destruction spells, maybe? I don't know. I'm really kind of guessing here. Now, one of the cooler elements to work with is shock, simply because you get something of an explosion when you hit someone with it. I guess you do a bit with frost in a way, too. But shock gives you kind of a cool sound effect, as well as the overall electrocuting someone thing. Little animations and stuff. That's pretty cool. I gotta admit, that is pretty cool. Well, this is pretty straightforward. An old abandoned, well, not quite abandoned, ruin, just filled with vampires. And some loot chests. I mean, that's just dungeon exploring at its finest right there. I'm surprised this one didn't come running. You have to deal with these guys for Azura Star. I believe there's 5 vampires in a cave, and they're all like, kind of like, what did you say, promoted, so to speak? Yeah, see, he can't even hurt my Gloom Wraith. I'm assuming he's swinging a normal weapon there. He's just literally swinging through my summons. Or, well, I've got a Faded Wraith, but still. They are definitely good summons. They really are. Okay, just me and you. 1v1 right here. Okay, well that was it's kind of counterclimactic right there. Nice. It seems like I remember Timberwolves not really being pushovers either. This is kind of exciting. Seeing a build or a playstyle idea kind of come to life and actually work, I really dig that personally. Okay, I'm guessing we'll probably have something of a boss for this area. At least I hope so. Bosses usually carry the best stuff. I see somebody over there. There we go. Ah, he's got his own share of... Okay, that's just horrible shooting. Yeah, he does his own magic thing, huh? Alright. No! Wow, okay. No matter what, they're gonna get knocked out of the path of my arrows either way. Yeah, this is annoying. I finally hit him. Oh, he's almost dead, too. You just want me to drop down so you can just chop my head off with your big-ass axe, huh? Okay, well. So I am summoning my Atronach almost for free. Look at that. Huh. That's something to consider. Oh, wow. Stepped on a trap. No, get him! Get him! Yeah, battle axe. Oh, nice. That's really heavy, but it's worth a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and give you my old boots and put on my new ones. There we go. So what if we're just a little bit slower? I need to work on my heavy armor skills. I need to go find a rat and let him just beat me up for a while. Get my heavy armor up. Okay, this is usually where you find the good stuff. Nothing really amazing like an uber powerful ring. I love finding rings and amulets in this game. It reminded me, that was some of my favorite loot in Dungeons and Dragons, the pen and paper. That was, loved finding enchanted stuff. It just brought that whole magical dungeon diving feel. Don't know what it is about it. Special kind of loot. An enchanted weapon, okay, those are, well, to be honest, kind of a dime a dozen. But an enchanted ring or an amulet or maybe even an armor piece, I put rings and amulets first, enchanted armor second, and enchanted weapons last. Because in most cases, you'll pick your particular weapon that you want to be skilled with, that you're comfortable with, and kind of make your own in most cases. Well, it's apparent this vampire was well read. I guess there wouldn't be much else to do down here in a deep, dark castle ruin. Yeah, it would get kind of boring down here, I would think. Oh, maybe this is where the good stuff's at. Key. I might actually need that for something. 1 gold? Are you serious? Wow. Okay, I mean, you know, talk about getting worked and not paid. He definitely liked to read, didn't he? Well, that's cool. Now it's probably back to work now. We'll go do some, I don't know, more Dark Brotherhood contracts. Maybe actually just go level up real quick. I'd kind of like to get on to some... Let's go back to the Thieves Guild, too. We need to get back to that eventually. I was kind of waiting. The next thing we're supposed to do is go... well, I don't want to spoil the next part of the story. Although I'm sure most of you are already familiar with it. But there's a place I want to go, and I want to make sure we're at least 20 because... Speaking of rings and amulets, there is either a ring or amulet that I'm looking for. I either want the mundane ring or the an amulet of it's probably called a necklace of swords. I actually went and looked at this real quick just because I was curious is exactly what's available as far as that goes, because you can find there's like an amulet of axes, ring of blades, ring of hammers, necklace of, I think, hammer. Anyway, there's apparently a necklace or a ring for everything from blunt to blade to hand-to-hand. And I was thinking, I could remember an amulet of axes, but I was hoping there was one for swords, and there is. You just have to get lucky and have it dropped for you. The mundane ring is the one I'm mostly interested in, and that will... basically cap off my magic resistance, and that takes one thing out of the equation to defend myself against. If I'm worried about just physical damage, that's a lot more manageable than worried about getting pummeled with master level spells from some of the mages we'll be facing. It's just a matter of getting prepared. I believe in refining what you have to defend yourself against. If you could become immune to physical damage and all you had to worry about was magic, that could be a different thing. I don't think, aside from maybe some exploits or glitches or cheats, I don't know that you're going to get 100% physical immunity. I believe there's a way to exploit the game to get a spell that gives you physical immunity to physical damage, basically any kind of physical weapon or melee attack, that type of thing. I don't know. I've never done anything like that. I'm not going to, so I'm not that worried about it. If I can hit the level cap with whatever I'm wearing, then the armor cap, then that's good for me. Whatever damage is going to bleed through there, that's kind of what the game designs. I mean, if you just can't be killed, there's no point in playing. It's being able to be killed and then not getting killed. That's where the challenge is, right? I mean, seriously. So, yeah, but the having immunity to magic, which is just going to get more and more powerful as we go along, that sounds good to me. One big advantage of starting a Breton, magic resistance, and then having a little bit extra magic pool too, which is definitely coming in handy now. We don't even have any fortifications on our armor for magic, and we're able to cast our spells without any problem. Probably because we can cast master stuff and we're still using expert level spells. And we may stick with that, actually. Anyway, I don't know. Well, thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it, much as I did. If you want to subscribe and click that button up top, if you want to catch the rest of this playthrough, you can click that image in the middle. It should send you straight to the playlist. I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll get back to, well, you know, the daily grind, assassinations, contracts, all that good stuff. All right, y'all take care. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.